It's very early and it's dark. It's the first time I've set up in the dark, so this is going to be very, very interesting. The streets are not blocked off on Friday afternoon, so vendors can set up early. And the historic coastal town of Cocoa Village does not have traditional streetlights, so vendors set up in the quiet hour before dawn, slightly cool with a light breeze and a beautiful day in the forecast. If I was a little bit more savvy with the GoPro, you would be able to see how I set up my new shelves, but I'll show you that next month when I have a Friday set up at my next art show at the Vero Beach Fairgrounds. And you can see the sky beginning to bloom in the background, and my booth is really, really coming together. I spend a lot of time prepping for a show so I don't forget anything. And let me show you why I pack an emergency kit. So important. With extra screws and a screwdriver, my grid wall panel broke. Well, it didn't break. The screw came out. But this one's bent for sure. I can tighten it though. Okay, that one is bent, but it's going to stay. But I have an extra bracket, I think. I do. So I just need to figure out where this one is. Right here. Because I need this grid wall. Butterfingers today. So there. A little bit of surgery. Fixes it right up. And I gotta tighten this one. There. Voila. I really did need that extra fourth grid wall, so I'm glad I took the time to get it fixed and set it up where I needed it for my Christmas ornaments, and you'll see that in just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I gotta go check in and I gotta pee. Check-in is at the historic Porcher House, and just look at how grand this house is. It is just absolutely gorgeous. And then back outside to pick up some breakfast.
Yes. Frosted cinnamon churros, actually.
Oh,
and
so
pumpkin.
good. Oh my gosh.
Apple cider. I know everybody's loving the churros.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm really good. So after my breakfast of champions, back to setup. The grid walls are from Amazon and they're also very heavy but worth it because they're very durable and sturdy. The wooden fish, the Christmas trees, and pretty much anything that has a hook on the back gets hung up on the grid walls. The fourth one is up front for Christmas ornaments. I built these shelves using plans I found on YouTube by Woodcraft Blueprints with Jen. So I won't be doing a separate video on how I made these, but I will put a link to her video in the description. They pretty much hold everything else that I have in inventory, like the glasses, the jars, the coasters, other wooden trees, but mainly glasses because I do sell a lot of those. And the shelves are plenty big so I can group colors together. The shelves are in four sections and they can connect together, or you can separate the sections and use them separately. And so that's what I did. I took one section, separated it, had little shelves that I cut specifically for this piece, and then I used that for my coasters and just smaller little shelf sitter type of things. And it was perfect. The layout of my booth really turned out really good. Okay, so here is my booth set up. There is my new shelf. And I've got my glasses quite packed on there. But the nice thing about this shelf is that I can have the glasses from both sides. So somebody coming in from this side of the street can see in, because I don't have a neighbor directly to my left. So you can see all the way both sides, so you can shop from both sides. And then the ornaments on one grid wall, and I don't have as many ornaments as I normally do, but it's still early. I mean, it's October, so let's straighten this up. But I forgot my other hooks. Actually, here's one. So I've had to kind of squish the ornaments together, but that's okay. I can bring more hooks tomorrow and just kind of spread them out a little bit. And then, wait, and then this is the solo shelf, which it looks really good just by itself. I kind of like that. Um, but it's very, very sturdy. And so I just have the little Christmas trees up here, some wooden Christmas trees, a bowl, and then I mainly made this one for coasters and then like, you know, knick-knacky stuff. But I thought I'd go ahead and put some Christmas trees up here too. And these little jars have been hanging around for a while, so I hope they sell today. And coasters, and then the grid walls with the Christmas trees and the other hanging stuff. Mr. Turtle over there. I don't think I did a video when I made these, but these were the oyster shell flowers that I did a video on, and I decided to go ahead and use them as palm trees. So I made this palm tree, made that palm tree. I've not posted the video on that one yet, so and then I made this palm tree out of the oyster shell flowers that we did. So, and I haven't done the video on this one yet. So I hope Mr. Fish sells, and then all the Christmas trees. But it's October, so and it's October, so I don't know if the Christmas will sell this early. Usually at this show it does, so we'll see. But I am fluffed and stuffed. Oh, I wanted to show you my weight covers. So I have big weights on the front, and these are about 70 pounds. I think I made them out of concrete and PVC. So these are the smaller ones. So the ones in the front are double this size. They're about actually 3 times the size. These are ugly. I need to make covers for them. But the ones in the front, PVC pipe filled with concrete. And then I took leggings that I had that I am not going to wear because no one needs to see me in leggings. And I cut the legs off and I use them as my weight covers. So how cute is that? So they're not ugly anymore, which is kind of cool. And there's that one. Works out really, really well. But I am so excited about this shelf. This shelf turned out so great. I am really happy with that. Day one, here's my setup. I'll do a quick inventory at the end of the show. I think we're allowed to stop selling at 5, and I'll just do a quick inventory and show y'all what sold and what didn't sell, or maybe what did sell, or what didn't sell. I don't know. Okay, couple of observations. This is, let's see, it is 4:30. We're about 30 minutes away from closing. A couple of observations. I 100% am so glad that I made a bunch of extra trees and a bunch of extra ornaments and a bunch of extra spoons because I sold so much today. This was by far the best Saturday that I've ever had at this show. I am not kidding. I'm in a great spot, lots of traffic. I've been moving inventory around just so it doesn't look like I'm completely empty. Oh, and the ornaments. Did I say, I already said ornaments. Sold a lot of ornaments, and it's October, and I sold half of my ornaments. I sold half of my glasses, half of my trees. It's been a banner day. Like, it's been a really, really good day. I've had so many people make a comment about my prices though. And here's what I say about pricing. I would rather price things low. Like, so the comments that I've been getting are my prices are too low. Well, I'd rather price things low and sell more than price higher and sell less, if that makes sense. I would rather people feel comfortable spending $5 or $10 or $20 or whatever than jack the prices up and I don't sell anything. So I hope that makes sense. So I'm about to pack up at 5 o'clock, head home, have a glass of wine, and back at it tomorrow. On Sunday, vendors stopped selling at 4 o'clock to begin teardown. So here is what sold in the 2 days. Christmas ornaments, I took 100 Christmas ornaments. I sold 53, which is pretty good considering it's October and not quite Christmas season. For the Christmas trees, I didn't sell as many as I thought I would. I sold 12 of the glass Christmas trees. I think I took 20. So I sold 12. That's not including the 3 oyster shell palm trees, one of the glass palm trees that I showed you, 6 little Christmas trees, and then I also sold the resin Christmas tree that I made. So that is pretty good. For coasters, I sold 14 sets of coasters. That's 14 sets of four. So I sold 14. I sold 39 glasses. I took 50 glasses. I sold 39. Incredible. Spoons, I sold 10 of the painted spoons. I sold two soap dispensers. I only had two, so I need to make more. I sold two of the big turtles. I sold all three of the painted jars. I sold the big turtle, sunset turtle, the big resin Christmas tree. I already said that. The shellfish, the starburst mirror, the resin shark, the big resin bowl, and the layered resin snowflake. I think that I got everything. Not sure. I am a little bit surprised at what didn't sell, but that's all part of the experience too. I like experimenting and making videos, and I'll always continue to do that. And bringing new things into my art show booth gives me a chance to see what people want and like. Things that don't sell, I may not necessarily make more of them. I'll instead focus on the things that have been popular and have been selling, because let's be honest, the whole point of attending these shows is to provide a desirable product, number one, and also to make money. And you also have to have fun doing it. If it's not fun, what is the point? If you're not having fun making resin pieces or making wine glasses and trying new things, what is the point of doing it? It's a long 2 days, but I really honestly had so much fun. So make it a crafty day, friends. See you soon.